guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Alexis. So today I'm just going to talk about switching my nursing license from one state to another. For those of you who don't know, I'm from South Carolina. That's also where I went to nursing school. But now I currently live and work in North Carolina. So just to talk about my timeline a little bit, last year in March, before I graduated from nursing school, I applied for my first nursing license, and I didn't have a job at the time secured, so I just applied for my nursing license in South Carolina since that was where I currently lived at the time. I then graduated in May, and then on June 2nd I took the NCLEX, found out I passed 2 days later, and then 2 days later after that, on June 6th, I had an interview, and then once again 2 days after that I was offered the job. So that job was here in North Carolina. So I had a job in North Carolina, but I just applied for a nursing license in South Carolina. Well, luckily for me, both North Carolina and South Carolina are compact states. So that meant that even though I had my nursing license originally in South Carolina, I could also use that same nursing license here in North Carolina. So it was basically a multi-state nursing license. So if you live in a compact state, you can work with that same nursing license in a different state as long as it is also a compact state. So I thought I was good to go when I moved here. I was like, oh great, I don't have to do anything because they're both compact states. Well, I was wrong. Maybe about 2 months after working, my hospital where I work sent me an email telling me that I needed to get my North Carolina nursing license. And I was just like, what are they talking about? It's a multi-state license, so like, why do I have to switch it over? So I did some research, and I went to allnurses.com, which is a great website. I used it before nursing school, during nursing school, and I even use it now. So I came across an article that basically explained compact states a little better. And apparently, if you move to another state, whether it's a compact state or not, you do have to get a new nursing license within 30 days. So if I had continued to live in South Carolina but just commuted to North Carolina every day for work, I would have been fine. I would not have had to do anything. But because I moved to North Carolina and became a North Carolina resident, I had to get a new nursing license. So I really felt like I was pressed for time. I was like, 30 days? It's already been past 30 days. So my hospital let me know that I really didn't have to rush as long as I sent them proof that I applied for a new nursing license. So the process and the length of time and the amount of money it costs all varies depending on what state you're going to and what state you're leaving. So I can really only tell you guys about my experience from going from South Carolina to North Carolina. So the process was fairly simple. All I had to do was go to the North Carolina Board of Nursing and create an account, apply for my new license, fill out some forms, maybe like 3 or 4, it wasn't a lot. I then had to get a background check and fingerprints and pay some fees. So let's talk about how much it cost. First, I had to pay $150 just to apply for my new license. I then had to pay $38 for the background check and fingerprints. And then I had to pay $30 to prove that I was currently a nurse. So a little over $200. Which isn't too bad, but it kind of sucked because literally last year I just paid like $200 to $300 for my original nursing license. But, whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So once I paid those fees, I simply filled out my forms, and they received my application. So it's supposed to take about 2 to 3 weeks after you apply for you to get a temporary North Carolina nursing license. And then once you do your background check and fingerprints, it should take, I think, 6 to 8 weeks for you to get your official new North Carolina nursing license. Now for me, it took a bit longer than that. My first issue was that for the background check, I needed a current, valid North Carolina driver's license with my current address on it. I didn't realize that I also only had 30 days to get a new North Carolina driver's license, so I had to go to the DMV, get a new license, wait for it to come to me in the mail. So that was kind of a hold up. So here in North Carolina, they allow you to do what's called live scan. So you can go to your local sheriff's department and they will electronically scan your fingerprints and send it to the Board of Nursing for you. So in order to do that, you have to take with you a release form. You fill that out and you take it with you to the sheriff's department. So I thought that was all I had to do. I did that. I was in and out in 5 minutes. It was super easy and quick. So I'm waiting for about 6 to 8 weeks like I thought I was supposed to. And my application still said that it was pending. So I'm like, what is going on? I should have it by now. So apparently that release form that I was telling you about, I also had to send a copy of that to the North Carolina Board of Nursing, but I didn't know. So after about 8 weeks, I realized that, and I sent them a copy via email, and literally like 2 hours later, they said that they received it, and then about an hour after that, I got an email stating that I could practice in North Carolina as a nurse. So I checked my status online again, and sure enough, it was complete, and I had my new North Carolina nursing license. So I really held myself up with that. It took a lot longer than it should have. Don't be like me. So make sure if you move to another state, you go ahead and get your new driver's license and do everything that you have to do. Overall, it was a very simple, quick, easy process. Like I said, I don't know what it's like going to other states, but from South Carolina to North Carolina, super easy. Just to recap, like I said, all you really need is to apply online, create an account, pay the fees, fill out some forms, and do your fingerprints and background check, and you are good to go. It was super easy. I just wanted to let you guys know what my experience with it was like, and just let you guys know that it was very easy. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. I hope you all have a lovely day.